welcome back to Opally Hour. So today we will be doing issue 78 of the Moomin house build, slowly catching up. So in this issue we'll be doing the third part, so this top part up here of this build, and also doing the veranda window. So I'm guessing one of these here, one of them. We also have in here, let's see, Miss Laguna, which is a beautiful but selfish circus prima donna. So it's all about her, and she has lots of necklaces. And not for a spoon, dear, for me. I really probably should read some of these. It's probably quite entertaining. Again, they're quite aged now, so it'd probably make it quite interesting. You also have what is happening on the island, so I don't know, and tableware with illustrations by Tove Jansson. So I guess that's a place we can go to watch them. Yeah, it looks like Moomin Valley something. I would have to read it. I don't know. Anyway, then it tells us about our build, so I will organise that in a moment, including the window. And we go on to do this. We're going to be painting the inside again, so I'll be using my acrylic pens like we did before. I have step 1 and 2 already on the house, so I can make sure that it's not bowed or anything. And because I did the modification with the lighting, and I've got where the walls go together, there could be some differences on here as well, so it's just something to be aware of, for me anyway. We will then do that, and then we're going to deal with that bread that we made last time. Now, because I have stuck everything together, I can't easily show you, certainly me putting this into the ceiling like they have here, but what I can do is I can kind of demonstrate this, because I have a spare one of these. So I could be able to do that. I actually had to reorder, I think, this whole issue. I can't recall why. I think a piece was missing, and I reordered it, and they're really good at, you know, replacing ones which get broken and things like that. I guess as long as you're not a repeat offender, I'd imagine that then they wouldn't like it. So that's what we're going to do in 78, and let me get that organised. So I have the parts here. Again, I'm not going to take the windows out. Maybe I should do them and just get them out of the way, but no, that's not how it's going down. So, getting parts ready. We have quite a few on this one. Probably no more than most of them, to be honest. A few smaller parts, so it's very similar to the other one we did, which was at the top here. Maybe. I actually don't recall. Don't have the best memory in the world here, but here we go. And that's the dowel in there, the window, the little, oh, we will need those metal pieces for the wall. And then we will bring the wall over here for us to put it all in. But until then, we will get organised on this. So what you need, very, very similar to what we've done in the past. Maybe I can get it done quicker and quicker. Probably not, to be honest with you. I'll probably make a mistake then. And then we have number 4 here, and number 6. So we've got 2 number 6s. Those will be probably the ends. Oh, those are the ones with the magnets going in, and then we have these little ones going down as well, and these. So let me go grab my glue, put these to one side so I don't lose them. Oh, I could put them in with the frame, actually, that's probably a better idea. Let me go get my glue and my clamps, and we will rock this out. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit so you can see until we get it all down here. Doesn't zoom in very far, this, does it really? So 6 is the ramps, and again you got the short end and the long end, this being the longer one of the two, this one being shorter, and we want to make sure that they're pointing numbers to that away. Long as they're pointing the same way in reality, that's all it needs. And then we need 2 number 3s, which are just going to go across, and those numbers are going to face upwards. So I'm going to get those glued. I may not even bracket this until after the event, until we've done most of it. Don't know. Oh, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'll bracket as I go, makes more sense. Alrighty, and then we're going to put pieces together, so let me pop some little brackets on here for now. Put this to good times. In fact, I tell you, I'm just going to super glue them in one day. They do it all the time. There's always one going out and the other one not. I want to save the bigger clamps. What I did was I have a bucket as such of clamps, and what I did was I just brought the whole bucket over rather than just pulling some out, which probably means there's a lot more noise from your point of view, but it does mean a little bit less space taken up on my desk. Okay, right, I'm just going to pop that over there. Then we will be using the bigger clamps on this. So first one's first is 1 and a 3, and the 1 is going to be at the bottom and the 3 on top. So we are making sure that these are lined up. Go away. Lined up on the ends. We all know how this is. So I put a little bit of glue here all the way along. I really should take so much longer doing this so I don't have to go to that window, because I know it's waiting. You know what I mean? You know what it's like when you dread something. And line that up as best you can. A lesson learnt. I will start on the ends with the old clamping. Looks pretty even. And then get another one of the larger clamps. Of course, everything's coming out of my little bucket except what I need, and it needs a little bit of a wiggle. Let's not have you ripple everywhere. And then one in the middle. These will go on quite quick, so I just gave that a small alteration there. And then with this one, you're going to have 3 on the bottom and number 2 on the top. Just making sure. Yep. So again, you will align these notches in the middle here. Just check myself. Alrighty. Oh, I stabbed myself with the should have put it on the other side, you know. Just make sure that it is with all the lettering up, which it is. I definitely should have put it the other side, because I wouldn't have put so much glue on places like this. Right, let's get another clamp. And again, just making sure it's lined up. One here. One here. And one more. Do it now, not to make too much noise. Of course, can't do that. Impossible. Impossible, a smaller clamp will do. Alright, and then what what I'm going to do while those take a moment is pop in our metal pieces. That does not look very, where is my tweezers? It does not look like the hole is punched through. Can you see what I mean? That one just looks like it's not all the way through. Weirdness. Okay, it's like glue in there, which I'm sure it can't be because that's not the way it rolls. Okay, going to be pushing it in anyway. Right, to get all 4 of these done. And before we use these small pieces, we're going to be putting the ends on, I believe. And then we will worry about those. Right, let's get my tool for the chirp. You know, I put those things somewhere safe and I can't remember where I put the mould on. Aha, they were right there. So just get these open. Couldn't see them for looking, and you know I dropped that on the floor. Got lucky. Got lucky that the carpet monster didn't find them. One rolled on the desk, so that wasn't so bad. But one did go on the floor, but it landed on its side rather than flat, so that made it stand out a little more. It's very easy. I've got quite a grey carpet with just a grey carpet really. As I say, with black specks, I mean it kind of is, but you could also say it has white flecks in it, so it does make it quite difficult. And I need to run the vacuum round. I'm just always nervous of running it around when I'm in the middle of doing some models, in case I vacuum up any important pieces that I might need. Oh, stay on there. You're the simple part of the build. It says no, I'm not. I don't want to be. You're not even straight in there. Come on. Yoy. Okay, stay stuck on there then. That works. And then one last one on here. Right, and they are all flush. Clean up them, put them to one side. Right, next. So those I don't think we're going to need yet. We will be needing them. So first of all, we are going to do, well, it gives you one step to do both of them at the same time. Alrighty. Tells you which one to put at the top. You want 3 at the bottom, no, 3 at the top, and some strip 3. Oh no, it's just telling you which way it's facing. Oh dear. Alright. Okay, so this one will go down here. So let's get that in. Like so. When I can get it in. There we go. It was saying no. A couple of the bigger clamps on there. Like that. Then the other one. Oh, it's over here still. I was going to be like, how could I have possibly lost it? You just want to make sure your numbers on these point in the same direction as these other ones, so numbers are all facing the right way. Same with this one here. So let's get some of this on. Like this. distracted by something going on outside. Can't help myself. Honestly, I swear I must be the nosy neighbour. Like that. And also like that, which is good that it's these big ones because it helps support that other. Then we are going to put on the two ends. Oh, these are to do with the window, that's why. Gosh darn it. Means I should have another one, surely. Be worried if I've only got... I definitely should have another one. I might be one short. Maybe it's hiding. I'll have a look in a minute, maybe it fell out. I don't think it did, to be honest. Oh, I'm glad I'm doing this before the glue dries. Look how off that is. Right, let me get that taken apart. The glue's dried quite well, actually. Oh, that took a second. Okay. I reckon I might have a piece missing from that window, you know. Not happy about that. I'm sure it's probably just dropped on the floor. I'll have to go and retrieve. And with this, you want to have, it's even on both sides, so you want the number, this one pointing in the same direction, I believe. Yeah, 4. So you've got the other numbers here. This one's number 4. Well, that doesn't work, does it, really? Oh, yeah, you know why? Because I'm looking at it upside down. So, number 5 will go here, like so. And then just land on this one. Needs a little bit of prying there. This one's gone off as well. Every time I think it's something simple, it ends up being not working quite so well. Right, we are going to go with this. So this will go on here. The bottom piece has come open too. Probably where I corrected it earlier. And then this one will go in here. We'll get all that clamped up. When I go looking, need more glue. Start to dry up. More glue in between there too, because that's where we were messing. I was messing around with getting it in the right spot. Well, it's really not as difficult as I'm making it look. So, keeping hold of that. I am going to get that clamped in like so, and then do the other side, which is all lined up quite well, so hey. Just make sure your magnet's basically are on the outside. So this one, the numbers is the opposite way of theirs. Or the opposite of the ones already in, more to the point. It's going all clicky on me, making clicky noises. I'm going to put a firmer one on here. I want this to stay on point as such. Wow. And that one. And then this one can do both. Of which it needs a lot of finagling. There we go. Alright, happy with that. Now it's time to leave that to one side. I will do the window, assuming I can find that part, and what a good excuse for me not to do it if I can't. But I'll go and have a look. Alright, unfortunately it was missing a piece. I have contacted DeAgostini and they're going to send a replacement. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow the one from step 80, which I've measured it, it's identical, so I think we're okay. So I am going to use that one when we get to step 80. If the missing part hasn't arrived, then I will just build the window off camera. And we will take it from there. Okay, so the first thing I know it's going to want us to do is put this together and then paint it. Well, I'm going to paint, oh, I think that's what they want. I'm checking myself now. Now they want you to put the, yeah, they want you to paint it. So, are they going to want you to paint both sides? Just one side. One side. So, it's the inner side of the round pieces, like this, that they want you to do. Like that one, like we've kind of done before. And you can pick which side, from what I can gather, on here, and they actually get you to paint these ones first, unlike the other ones where they get you to put it together first. So I will get and do that. Right, while those are drying, I will get the part that I seem to mess up all the time together. So I have the plastic for this. Don't go doing this to me. There it is. Gosh. Okay, so let's see if we can get this right. So it has bumps, which is going to be the windowsill. Right, you're watching me, right? Windowsill, top. Then we have, oh, it's different anyway. We have this one with a little lip. That is going to go to the top there. And then this one will go to the bottom with that facing up. And this will be attached. Going to have a little left over. Right. Do I want to attach this first? What do you think? Should I attach this first so I don't go wrong? Well, we don't know how much is going to be over the edges, do we? However, what I am going to do, because I seem to not be successful at this, is I'm going to use tacky glue and not super glue. So it will hold, but if I mess up, I wasn't going to say mess up, then I was going to say much more colourful language. Then I can have a chance to undo it. So let's start with the piece we know, which is this piece at the top here. And we want it to bow basically in the middle. I've plenty of glue on here. Way too much glue. Let me get some paper. Yeah, see how straight that is too. Right, just make sure it's equal at the ends, like so. Hold it in place. Grab a clip. That moved. Leave my pot of papers. This is probably why they want you to use super glue, because otherwise it moves all over the show. However, not to be beaten. Maybe I'll use normal clamps. Probably just one in the middle there. Give that a little skedaddle. And it looks all right, guys. I feel positive it's the right way up. We're doing it right. Now I'm going to put this one on, pattern side down, flat side to the top here. And again, line this up. I have great hope. Right, get a piece of paper, a whole pot of these as you saw. Just making sure it's okay at the ends. It's looking good. Oh, normal clamp. Those other ones didn't work well. Come on, round you go. Moved it all. Beep, 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 beep. My dog's looking at me like I've gone crazy. She's probably correct. I think she thinks I called her. Right. Not quite lined up. But this is the beauty of not using super glue. I can adjust. How does it look under here? Alright, it's looking okay. I'm going to leave that to one side. I'm going to give this another coat of paint, and then we're going to cut some strips for the board, get these together, and this one will be done. Okay, while that's doing its thing, what I'm going to do is get this glass on. Glass, plastic. So what they want you to do is peel off both sides when you get it started. So I did see a technique once where what they used was double-sided, not double-sided, like masking tape, and they put it on the sticky side and then just peeled it off that way. But I have nails and I'm stubborn, and I get a certain satisfaction for taking these off. It's a very weird one. And just peel, peel, peel. Wonderful. And then peel it the other side. Okay, make sure it's all off. Now, like I say, they recommend, or I think I said, they recommend using double-sided tape all around and cutting off the excess, etc, etc, etc. But what I'm going to do is what I've done before, use some B7000, works quite well. Not super glue, don't ever use super glue on this sort of thing because super glue will make it very cloudy. Found this out on one of my models. I also found out on the very first model that I did that sometimes these pieces of plastic have it on both sides, and if you don't take it off, like I didn't, then it becomes quite the pickle. It looks quite nasty. But hindsight and all that. So this window will actually go in before we totally fit the frame. Which is, gosh, this window is almost too big. It feels like it is. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not pushing it down or anything because I don't want to squidge the glue. So I did notice, and I'm sure it's the same before, so on the end of here, they are actually different heights, and that's to allow for the little step that we have here. I did not notice that before. I don't know if I just got lucky. Anyway, it's had a moment to dry, so I am going to get on and do that, obviously with the higher step of obviously. You should never say obviously, because it isn't always obvious. If it was always obvious, one wouldn't do any of these things, would they, really, to kind of show the pitfalls of doing some of it. So, let's see. And make sure it's on the inside. Don't do what I was about to do, which was on the outside. Now there's a delivery van outside. Now, is that likely to be for me? I don't know. Hold on. I guess the delivery was for me. Had them all barking. Well, I can't remember which one was I gluing. This one. So, there we go. So you want to do the top and the bottom in the same way. And then we will put this window in. The panel is to the inside, so not the curvy side. Oh, wrong glue. Never mind. You didn't see it. Make sure I've got that right. Didn't see a thing. Maybe I should put this glue away. Don't need it for anything else, really. Actually, I will. But right, and then well, which way's which? Hold on. I guess it's like this, because you want to line it up with those holes so this doesn't get stuck in, although I'm sure it could do without that dog hair. Bear with me. Alright, let me try that again. So with the panel towards the back, the panel's a bit looser now because I had to take it off. And as it's not dry, we can put that in nice and easy. And then wood glue this last piece. Oh, my wood glue pot needs cleaning as well. Just making sure again you got the edges right. So you want the bigger edge towards the back. And just line it up, just, she says. Honestly, just do that. And this generally is the easier part for me, generally. And that is in. Alright, that is done. So, let me... Gosh, postman's come around again. I don't think it's for me this time though. I think it's just driving around and around now. Okay, let's have a look at what we got going on. See if it dried quite well. It did not. It dried, but it's not convex the way it should be. At least I can get the dry glue off. And this would just peel off. I'm not going to do it now. So the bottom bit dried quite well, the top one not so much, so we will get a little bit of super glue on it. Let's see if we can do a little bit. So this brush should make that a bit easier. And I'm just going to go in from the bottom bit, which is going to be the top. See if I can scoot that inside and hold it together and clear off the outer edge. And then I will work on doing the bottom of this. It's just got some glue dry to it. Well, I could do that while I'm holding this in place. Just peel it off, and again, one of those other satisfying things. Not that I did that on purpose. But nevertheless, I'm probably just really weird when it comes to things like that. I'm like one of those people that don't mind popping pimples. Not that I get any more, but yeah. Alright, so that should have taken, yes. And now, make sure we put this on the the right area. We are going to put this, oh, I'm going to chance it with the super glue now I've got it out. And we are going to put it on here. Right, let's hit this right first time round. I'll be blessed if somebody else isn't here. Bear with me. Anyway, it's going in here. On like this. And it all fell apart. Good times. Okay. Nope, that's not anything to do with me. There's a man taking photos, so I'm certain not to do with me. And I'm going to hope that the super glue hasn't totally dried.
It's not that bad.
Okay, let's try that again, because it all dried up. Right, it's like Spaghetti Junction round here today. I think everyone's having everything. Well, you know what? This is lined up, which is better than I have had. Okay, leave this with me a second while neighbours are all talking. Right, while that does its thing, the window does its thing, I'll come back to it in a little bit, because the windowsill end had not bowed correctly. It had not dried properly. So we are going to put on the top of this one, and this will be all two done. So I think why we're getting so many of these isn't to have spares for doing this, but I think it's to have spares. It's to be used on the ladder that we are going to be doing. That's what I think it is. I see here did not glue well, but that's okay because we are about to pop these in. Probably doesn't matter which end you use. I'm going to put the dowels in, get it all together, and it's going to be squished anyway. And this set here has been drying nicely on the house. Not drying, it's been positioned on the house so it doesn't get all bowed in, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to cut small pieces. Just bear with me. Alright, where were we? Let's see. So we are breaking these. Did I even put glue in? Oh, I did on some, evidently, if not all. So it's meant to be about 0.8. Generally, I find it a little bit less than that. As long as it's got enough to go in this end and the other end, it's held together with glue anyway. I ended up clamping that end because I was away from Mo, as I threw this one across the room. Oh, there, I could have picked up another one, I guess. Right, so let me pop these in here. And hopefully the glue hasn't totally dried up. It is rather warm today. That one's, I think, too small. Yeah, well, we got plenty of it, right? I am so getting spammed recently with all these junk emails. Bloody roofs are the worst, constantly. Not only that, they're all in dollars and I'm not even in America. I don't think they would really want to come over here. Maybe they would. I don't know where my tweezers have gone now. Can't find anything. Just when I think it'd be nice and quiet to do a video, I kind of seem to get inundated by one thing or another. Right, so where were we? So all I'm going to do is put a little bit in those holes here, and all the way along you'll see that the numbers should tie up. And I kind of put very little on these tabs here because I don't want it, as I put tons on, don't want it going over them because otherwise it might have a problem with the heels. That's it, glue. Probably going to fall all over the place, so just make sure it all fits in properly, which it does. Like I said, I did work on that little corner that had come up. Almost knocked over my coffee. Although it's empty, I probably should get myself one. Seems like it would be a plan. And then just thingy them together. Clamp. Clamp is the word, not thingy. All the way along. And let them dry. Put it on the house to make sure it fits all right. And that will be that. Right, onward to this window. So it didn't glue as well as I had wanted it to. So it's now been sitting in the sun. That's better. And actually I will put wood glue on. It's wood on wood. I'll put some wood glue on here. Then I'm going to stick this straight on the frame, basically. And I think it goes on the... Just make sure it goes on the curved side. And that's on okay. It's a little bit higher than I'd want, but it's alright. Okay, we're going to get it on here, and then if it needs any adjustments, it's going to need bonding together anyway. It's only got very small curvature compared to the other ones we did, which seem to have quite a large one. This one seems smaller. I could be talking a load of nonsense, but it does seem smaller. Okay, and line that up as best you can. Hold them in place if you've got clamps, otherwise other methods are skedaddled down. Well, second time I brought out the clamp and then realised that it's still not right. Okay, stay still now. It just didn't look straight to me. Okay. Now you can see the problems I was having on this. So it's meeting the window okay, so I don't really have any problems with that. What I do have is that it's just not seem to be taken. That said, I just put this wood glue on, didn't I? So give it a mo, right? Okay, so that goes to one side. Next we are going to be doing the bread. Let me get the bits and pieces for that. Alright, so this is what we have. We have the bread that I made. It's okay. Quite happy with them, really. Kind of look like bread. Needle would make this process easier, I'm sure. We are going to take, let's see, so there's a short cord and a long cord. Do not get them mixed up, it says. Okay, this is the short cord. Okay, take the long cord and cut it in half. Make sure you don't get them confused with the short cord. Wouldn't it be best to use the short cord? Actually, these are really going to be quite short in comparison. my gosh, I think Amazon's here now. I tell ya, Spaghetti Junction today. Wow, it's like one thing after another here today. One should be happy, right? We don't need that right now. That's going to be this other piece of string. So, what they want you to do is tie a knot around here, the nail. Then, tie a knot on that piece of wood we saved on the other end. And thread our breads. Like I say, quite happy how they come out. And these nails will go into the ceiling, which I can't show you, but I can do the rest. So let's see what we can do. I'm not saying I'm the smartest with this sort of thing, really. I'm thinking if I can get it on once, okay, it's not a knot, and then use glue, that it might work. Right, that's tight. So I'm not going to use glue yet. I'm going to do both pieces. And do it like that. It's been very much disturbing to the dogs today, having all this commotion going on. And like I say, just when you think it's safe, it wasn't so safe. Oops, not even showing you what I'm doing. I think you get the principle. And put that in there and tie it tight, like so. Then tie one end to the stick. So I'm going to do the same principle. And I will glue it on rather than try and do a proper knot. Sometimes you have to know your limitations. I think windows are my limitation, obviously. No, I'm okay with that window. That window actually turned out to be alright. Still wasn't the easiest of things for me, it seems. And then, don't you close up. Stick your stick in. Tie it. And then I am going to glue all of that. So I think I'm just going to use, what do I want to use? I think I'm going to use a little bit of tacky glue, and you don't have to have it right to the end. So I'm going to put a bit on there. That's more than a bit, but you know, principle. And same with that. So same with that, all over it. Fortunately it dries clear, so that's that. I'm going to put that to one side. This one you'll come in with me. Oh, ping this everywhere. Well, this is a bit easier to thread than what I was just thinking. I was actually thinking it was going to be, let's get this in the glue. I was thinking it was going to be that would you have to use a needle to get them through. So this is to see if those holes are big enough. I think they'd be fine. Right. First one. But they dried quite well. Second one. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can get that one in. 6, that's what I get for looking around. I don't know what my puppy's up to. Oh, here she is. 7, 8, probably could have done a few more. 9 and 10. And then this, the nails, let me spread them out. Actually, it kind of shows them all to one side. And then you use needle nose pliers, it says, to put that nail in the ceiling. So I am going to put them all to one side. So I'm going to put them to this side. So I'm going to do the same as what I did before. Just want the rope hanging the same way really, more than anything. Oh, told you it's not my best here. But nevertheless, I am very happy how the bread came out. Bread. It's a funny word, isn't it, when it's clay. And I'm going to put that on there. Let go of me. And then this will attach to the ceiling, which unfortunately for you guys, I won't be doing on camera because my house is put together. But, well, that's a lot of glue there. Then the next one, which I also won't be doing properly, but I can at least show you. Let's get rid of some of that glue, we don't need quite that amount. Ooh. The next piece, which looks to be the short cord, this one, we will nail on each end, and then it is going to poke through the holes on this. So like I say, mine's actually already installed, but I can show you it's going to fall down, and I think what's coming is some little utensils to put on there, I think, but it could be, I think it's utensils. I couldn't swear to it there. Right, so again, just doing the circles here. Can probably make this a little bit bigger. Let's make you go that way. And I'm going to put this to one side to dry anyway. And then we're going to have a look at what we've done so far and what we have coming up, and that's this video done. So obviously when I come to step 80, unless the window's arrived by then, we will have to succumb that demonstration. Won't you be relieved? Honestly, it's been these windows. I would not have thought they would beat me so badly. So you want to have a little bit of hanging down. So let me put this in here just to show you what I mean. So you want it to be a little bit hanging down. Can't get it in at all. Wow. Special here. I will put some glue on this string in a sec too. And then do the same to the other end. Oh, almost dropped it. And so you want it something like that. So it's hanging down a little bit, but not totally. And I'm going to get this glued on. Like I say, you know, feel free to do the double knot. But I think this will work just as well. Oh, I really want to drop this one. Got glue all over me. Here, let's tighten up there. Just gotta make it too tight. And again, kind of want it a little bit more towards this end so that it dangles a bit more than what it will right now, because right now it'd be actually quite tight. And then I'm going to get glue on this, like I say. Not one thing, it's another. And just push it up this end somewhat. And hope I still have that nail floating around. Right, okay. and it will go in like that. So I'm going to get this glued up, put it on my house. But like I said, I have to have a spare of this so I could at least show you what it will look like when it's done. So something like that. I'm not even sure how much of that you saw. I was so concentrating on what I was doing. I don't know. And again, I'm going to put a tiny bit of this. Hopefully it's a tiny bit because it seems to be very happy to spread its wings right now and be rather a lot. Right, I'm going to put that in on my windowsill, which has the window drying. You can go up there. This can go up there, and that can all be dried. Did I put any glue in those bottom ones? You know, yes. Okay, just suddenly had a thought that I didn't. Anyway, those, according to the picture, those breads kind of go to one side, so they don't have them all on one side. So I don't know if there's something else coming in there. So I will make sure I do that when I put it on the house once it's dry. So we have done our window. Wasn't as bad as the others, although I've kind of pulled that apart, unfortunately. That's still okay. Still not perfect, but it will do. It's alright. So that I will go and sit by the house. The frame is done, so we've completed wall 2, so that's good. I should stop messing with this window because that's what I'm doing right now. Put these clamps to one side. Got rather a lot of those. And next, what we have coming up in 79. So let me zoom out a little so you can see. What do we think? Well, we know this window, the other window, whichever one this one is. Don't we have to have a is it triangular? Where did I put it? No, it's not. Oh, it might be one of these. No, it's not that one, because look. Got me doubting myself which one this is. I thought I was doing this one, but now I don't know. Maybe I am, and they put this bit on separately. Don't know. Got me now. And it's not that side anyway, it's the other, but same. Oh, look, that one doesn't, oh, can't even hardly see, but it doesn't look like that one has a top. Let's see if there's a better picture on the inside. Yeah, there you go. It has no top to it anyway, so it is this one. Oh, well, there we go. That's what we're doing next. We're actually building the door for the porch, so same wall that we were working on. I'm not sure if we install it. Let me have a quick look ahead. No, of course we don't. No, don't install it, but we do the door and the frame. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? I really like this type of view. Geometric, okay, shaped, surrounded by red and blue geometric figures. It's shapes. Conversion of language, good times. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you are enjoying this build, and please do like and subscribe. Any comments I really appreciate. We'll get back to you, or if you're shy and you don't want to put it on the post, then just email me at oakleyhour@outlook.com, and equally I will get back to you there. So all that's left for me to say is please do take care of yourself. Speak to you again very, very soon. Bye bye.